So, David, a couple of places to start today, but I thought we might as well start with the story of Denis Coderre, who I understand you're going to have back on next week, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Bonjour, hi, by the way.
We're using a bell instead, David. We're not gonna talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get the bell. I'll
Yeah.
get the bell.
Okay.
You don't have a better suggestion? Maybe you do.
Instead of bonjour, hi, what would you go with?
Hey, viens, sit.
That's nice.
Maybe just a whistle might be good too. So.
Just quickly, while I've got a quick moment, because I was just asking Aaron about this off air. I wonder sometimes, David, given the different circles that you travel in, but you are a francophone as well. Do you get any flack at all ever for being a host on an English radio station?
Not at all.
Interesting.
Not at all. Actually, I get compliments for my English.
I was going to say none of those francophones know you're on CJAD. That's why you
No,
don't get calls,
no, quite the contrary. You'd be surprised.
Okay.
First of all, some francophones do listen to CJAD 800. Not a lot, but some. And also when people find out that I do political analysis and I'm a part-time host, I get that's great. That's awesome. And that's one thing very quickly on this. You'll notice that, Jean-Denis Garon, the MP from the bloc that started all this, he's the MP for Mirabel. Okay? Montrealers, Francophone Montrealers, roll their eyes when they see this.
I bet.
And the thing is that I'm 52 years old. I was born and raised in Montreal. I grew up in Catamount Royal. And I got to tell you, I've never been even close to being assimilated by you guys. So the thing is,
it could happen any moment.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, yes, we have to be vigilant. Yes, we have to promote. Yes, we have to make sure the culture survives. But at the same time, you do not do it at the expense of diminishing others. And what you're seeing, and I'll repeat this, I've said this before, even the last Léger poll on these issues that are hurting the Legault government, number 4 of the issues that are least popular for the Legault government is what I call the chicane factor. It's this obsession with language, the tuitions, 96, 21, et cetera, et cetera.
I'm glad
people are starting to get really tired, and this is going to have an impact, I'm telling you, on the federal elections. Every few election cycles federally, bloc voters, soft core nationalists that vote bloc, get tired. The last time that happened was 2011. They all went NDP. And this time around, if Poilievre starts scoring points, these soft bloc voters will go to the Conservatives in the Francophone regions. I'm telling you.
We shall see.
Very
all right. Let me get to a couple of stories. First of all, big news today, David. That, of course, is Denis Coderre finally signed and paid for his Liberal card, which means guaranteed he's going to run. Otherwise, why would you spend the money?
Right.
How much does that card? How much does that card cost, by the way?
$5 whole bucks.
Wow. Okay. So for sure, he's committed now to run.
Well, yeah, he's invested. He's fully. He's
$5
committed.
Yeah.
As poker players would say, he's pot committed.
That's right.
But no, the thing is, I love the fact that it was the Liberal Party president that created this, calls him out,
I love that.
and gave him this opportunity to yet again upstage the Liberal Party's pre-session caucus. So so this was a gift for Denis Coderre, and he took advantage of it, as well he should. So here again, what are we going to see in the media tomorrow, in the French papers and in the French media? Well, Coderre takes his membership card, and it's basically the only topic that Quebec Liberals are going to be talking about for a while, because the what's left of the establishment of the Liberal Party can't handle it right now.
I'm coming around on this idea. I have to tell you, I know he's going to be joining you on Monday morning, and I had Denis Coderre fatigue, because we know what we're going to get with Denis Coderre, and I'd kind of had enough of it. But I see what's happening here, and I see how he's got us talking and has people politically engaged again. That's something. That really is something.
It is something. And again, yes, does Denis Coderre have a lot of baggage? Absolutely. Does he have a lot of negatives? Yes. But at the same time, the only thing he said is, I'm considering it. He said 3 weeks ago, he said, look, are people tired of me? Do people really want to hear from me again? Am I too old? He raised valid issues. He's aware of who he is. I'll give him that much. And now he's made his phone calls. I know he's spoken to top party organizers across the province, and there's enough of an interest. And it's not like there's a lot of competition out there. And so if you're looking at a leadership race, if his listening tour actually yields something positive, just look at the electoral mass around this. It's about numbers, right? It's about selling membership cards and getting them to vote for you at the convention. Well, it's about organization. So we're about to enter a massive election cycle in Quebec. So if you're looking at locking down organizers, this is the time. If you're gonna, and if you want to lock down also some money, some donors, which, let's face it, for the Quebec Liberals are scarce these days, well, this is the time, and nobody else is out there doing it, because after that, we're going to get into a federal election cycle, so a lot of organizers are going to be tied up with that, and then a municipal election also in 2025, so a lot of key organizers are going to be tied up with that, and then a provincial in 26. So the idea here is, by doing this, if he gets that kind of support, and nobody else is even close to organizing and setting this up, well, hey, let's face it. Right now, he is getting a lot of ink, a lot of attention. And the other thing is that there is, and I've checked this out, and this I found this out before, but there's this orthodoxy within what's left of the current Liberal Party establishment that calculates that 26 is a throwaway election. And that the Mara-Riskies and the ADCs and other potential serious candidates are looking at 2030. And Denis Coderre is coming to screw all that up right now. And a lot of people are afraid of him for that, because he's going to bring in a lot of federal Liberal organizers back into the game. And that's not going to be well received by the more conservative, federally speaking wing of the Quebec Liberal Party.
That's a really fascinating take. I hadn't even really thought of that. But internally, I could certainly see that he, as you said, would screw things up that way if you just throw away 2026. I wonder, though, David, do you buy into what Marc Tanguay said, this idea that, even by Denis Coderre, just simply now saying, I might be interested, at least that gets us talking about the provincial Liberal Party, something, and they couldn't attract flies up until now. Maybe this is actually good just for that reason.
Well, it is good if it turns into votes. See, we've had other Liberals get a lot of attention, but they're not generating either money, either members, or votes. That's the problem. So Denis' challenge, and that's the thing, we know about him in Montreal, and yes, he lost the last two elections, and we know why, and again, we know about the baggage. But Denis Coderre, let's remember, the guy was born in Joliette. He originally ran a couple of times federally out there, and he lost. And after two defeats, that's when he came to Montreal and became the MP in Montreal Nord. But the idea here is that when he was mayor of Montreal, he opened La Maison des Régions, the House of the Regions in downtown Montreal. He toured Quebec and developed a lot of relationships. And now, let's face it, it is politics in the 21st century. It's about your brand and the recognition about a brand. We can debate if it's right or wrong, but it is a fact. And Coderre has a brand, and it's an option that could be interesting, especially when you're looking at people are going to get Legault/CAQ fatigue in 26. And Gabriel Nadeau-Dubois is plateauing, let's face it, in more ways than one. And so there's going to be a federalist thirst out there, especially if PSPP is the man to beat.
I would ask you, as we run out of time here, though, if there's any federal Liberal members who you think have a shot here. You have a dark horse in this?
Well, I mean, obviously, the dream candidate for everybody that I've spoken with is François-Philippe Champagne, the economy innovation minister federally. But his dream has always been to be Prime Minister of Canada. You know, kind of like Jean Charest's dream had always been to become Prime Minister of Canada. He is the spiritual, political son of Jean Chrétien. He comes from Shawinigan, from a very prominent family in Shawinigan. He ticks off all the boxes. You know, he's next generation. He's dynamic. He's young. He's got the business experience and the political experience, senior portfolios in the Trudeau government. And let's face it, to rebuild the party, there's this line. You know, Jean Lesage, who rebuilt the Liberal Party after the Duplessis years and ushered in the Quiet Revolution, had been a federal cabinet minister. Jean Charest, we all know, had been a federal cabinet minister. So it's not like the Liberals haven't been down that path before. But again, it's the whole timing of it all. If the Quebec leadership race is in the spring of 25, and there's a federal campaign either in the spring or the fall, I'm afraid that François-Philippe Champagne, unless it's so clear that the federal Liberals won't make it and everybody just gives it to him on a silver platter to come over like the Liberals did for Jean Charest, maybe, but I wouldn't hold my breath at this point.
David Heurtel back in next week for
Elias Marcos,
right?
and with
All
Denis
week.
Coderre Monday morning at 10:05, David?
Yes, ma'am.
Have fun.
Have a good weekend.
I will.
David.
Bon weekend.
Bon weekend.
Bon
Bonjour.
weekend.
Bonjour. Salut la visite.